Into it. We're going to be jumping into the semi-finals. Spawning in the top right position is the red Zerg player. It is Liquid Snute. And spawning in the bottom left position, it is the teal Terran player from Aussie Gaming. It is Azure. Azure has been battling his way to the semifinals. I believe this is the furthest Azure has ever gotten in this tournament. Snute has won this tournament in the past before, but if he wins this, if Liquid Snute wins, he'll be facing against Beyond in the finals. And what an amazing hype that will be, seeing him face off against that. So excited to see, but I also want to see what Azure is going to do against such a huge opponent like Snute. I know a lot of times pressure gets to people and they don't know what to do with themselves in their place. It's a high caliber person. But we'll see Azure coming in with this Reaper. And Snute's doing a good job so far with holding off Reapers. And we saw that Crucial in one of Snute's first games had an amazing control with his Reaper. There we go, factory switching out for the reactor. And so we'll see if it's one Hellion coming out. Oh, misses it. Unfortunately, there we go. One Hellion coming out. Two Hellions. And this is right in front of Snute. Snute sees that and knows exactly what's going on. But he does not see the armory in the back, so he's not going to see the possibility of the Hellbats coming in. Link's coming here and just going to try to take care of that Reaper. Speedling finishes up, and there we go. Reaper coming in, trying to get the last kill on that drone, but was not able to get it. They snipe that Reaper, and here it comes. Hellions are coming out here for Azure. Azure has the armory finished up, and again, Snute does not see that armory. Has no idea it's there. Knows that it's possibly Hellions going to be coming across the map. We do see a Ling here take this Zelnaga tower. This Hellion's about to clean up that Zerg though. Try to go to that third base, and unfortunately for Snute, he really doesn't have much in the way of defenses. He's going to get a lot more queens out. He's notorious for getting those queens, as we see him so far in almost every one of his matches. He gets at least 8 or 9 queens. Hellion's going to come in. There's 4 of them. They're going to turn into the Hellbats, and there's 4 queens here, 5 queens. That's plenty enough to deal with these Hellbats. Snute's not going to make the mistake of sending out Lings, and these Hellbats, next to useless against 5 queens, and that's all they're going to be able to do. Medevac full of Marines and 2 Widowmines though, going to go head straight to Snute's main base, and we'll see what they're going to be able to do. That Ling got toasted. Couple queens here for Liquid Snute's third base. That Overlord sees the Medevac, knows the Medevac is coming. And Widowmine's about to get dropped. There we go. Widowmine sacrifices himself on that. No big deal. Here we go again. Basically what he's going to do. Widowmine's there. Ling coming right on top of it. He's going to do everything he can to kind of dodge this Medevac. There we go. Not too much damage gets done from either player. That Widowmine's about to get sniped here in a second. Spore Crawler is out. Here's another Spore Crawler. We'll see that Widowmine. Hellbat's coming, getting a lot of drone kills. Gets 12 drone kills for the Troubles, while Snute was dealing with the top portion of those Widowmines. I mean, 12 is a lot, but Snute is on 3 bases, and I think he's feeling pretty comfortable so far, even though he lost all of those drones. And we'll see what he decides to do as a countermeasure for this, spreading out the creep. As a Terran player, we don't see Azure really pushing that bio play that we saw both of Snute's games versus Crucial and versus Semper. So it looks like Snute will be able to push out a lot of his, a lot of creep. And doesn't look like, in terms of army supply, Azure's kind of sitting here with not that much army supply. It sounds kind of funny to say that he's kind of just building up. He's just building up buildings at the moment. But that's really all he's doing. There's Vikings flying around. Got 0 kills thus far. Lings running around. He's about to snipe these about to snipe the SUVs from flying. Oh, I think they just come in for the scout. Runs up, didn't see that third base. And Azure is going to be able to take his third base without much resistance from Snute. There we go. Let's see. Fourth base goes down for Snute, and on your 7 minutes, 4 bases, you're playing against a Zerg player. Yeah, it's great you have your third base up, but Snute's really good at defending his bases, and he's super good at being like really scrappy. And we saw him both against Semper and against Crucial how well Snute does on 3 bases or possibly losing a third base. And so allowing Snute to get up to 4 bases without really challenging him is just going to be bad news for you. But as we see all the upgrades from both players finalized at the same time, speed upgrade for the Overlords, melee and ground carapace upgrade finishing up, and infantry armor and assault rifle finishing up from the Terran player. Baneling Nest finished, and the Baneling speed upgrade has started. +2 for the melee and carapace upgrade has started at the same time. +2 is finishing up for, or excuse me, starting for Azura. But here we go. Here's Hellbats and Marines with this army, and these queens are trying to dance around of what's going on here. They see the Hellbat that's there. They see the Widow Mines there. There needs to be a lot of army with this to deal with it. And Azura's trying to push forward, but I just don't know if he's got enough here to deal with the Banes going in. But unfortunately land on the wrong thing. Lynx come in and they're trying to trigger that Widow Mine. Widow Mine gets triggered. And look at all the queens here. And more Widow Mines coming in. They're going to get completely focused down. Oh, one more hit. Would have done it. The queen's going to come in. Boom. No Overseers yet. Where is the Overseer? There it is. But if you look, here's a decent sized wall for Azure. And this is a great way to stop Zergs from doing like run-bys. It's kind of putting all that up. Their speed upgrade finished for the Banes. Mutas are going to now be on the map. This trying to stop any kind of weird drops. And here's a Widow Mine right here, front and center for Snute. Snute has to know it was there, but definitely doesn't. Overseer is kind of dropping the ball a little bit. Here comes another huge attack from Azure. Lynx coming in, Banes coming in, landing on top of the Widow Mine. The Widow Mine lands, hits a lot of the Banes. Azure army is weakened, but didn't destroy all of it. More Marines are coming streaming through, and now Marauders are with this army to deal with the Banes. More Banes morphing in for Liquid Snute. Snute doing everything he can to hold on to this third base. Like I said before, Snute just loves defending his base. He's just so freaking ridiculously good at it. He's got 5 bases now, and Semper is only on 3. The queens are here. Losing a queen, not that big deal when there's 15 of the queens on the map. Bane's coming in, trying to get rid of the last little bit of the Widow Mines, but there's still 3 more up. Now there's a 4th one here. One of the Widow Mines is triggered already. More Lings and Banes coming in, trying to land on as much of the Marauders and Marines as possible. Widow Mine still up. Last little bit of the Widow Mine that got triggered. And here comes Mutas coming on top of this. Bane's trying to land on top of this army as well, baiting them back to these Widow Mines. Last Widow Mine up, lands, hits an Overseer. A little bit of the Mutas gets damaged. And here's a Thor for some reason with this army. My assumption is to try to deal with the huge amount of Mutas. As we see, Snute is doing everything he can to try to stay in the lead. The armor upgrade for the Mutas has started as well. I'm surprised Liquid Snute's not going for the Bane bust again. Army from Snute going to the north side might try to go after this 4th base here from Azura. Or, yeah, go to 3rd base or the 4th base from Azura. Azura put the scan down, doesn't see the army, thinks it's right here, and is about to get completely sandwiched. Widow Mine's going down. A lot of them landing on top of the Mutas. Mutas swarming in here. Bane's going off on the army, but there's still Thors left. A lot of the Banes hit the Thors, kind of a waste. Mutas doing everything they can to not get hit by that Thor. Thor gets picked up on the medevac, and GG gets called, and Snute takes game number 1. Azure did everything he can to stay in the game, but you just can't let Snute build up to 5 bases, and you can see exactly why. Once you got those 5 bases up, you just had all the money in the world just to keep throwing bans on top of bans at the army of Azure. So great plays from both players thus far, and we're going to be jumping into game number 2, guys. This is the ESL America's Cup Open 101. We have Snute playing Azure, and the winner of this plays against Beyond. Guys, we might have a Beyond Snute finals. Make sure you guys let everyone know on Twitter and just freaking sorry guys, when I type I can't I lose track of I lose my freaking train of thought. So let's try to edit this again. My buddy sent me a high def thing, the ESL logo, and I'm trying, and it came out to be like freaking 4800 or whatever size it came out to be, and it's the I'm trying to reduce it down so that way it doesn't take up my entire screen. I almost have it. It is a high-def version of that logo, though. Just have ESL across the whole freaking thing. There we go. There we go. Boom. Thanks, buddy, for sending me that. You are awesome. Thank you guys for making fun of the pixel on that. That was funny as well. Alright, guys. So we're going to be jumping into game number 2. Of course, this is the ESL Cup 101. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. This is going to be the last semifinal matchup. It's going to be a best of 3 winner. This moves on to fight against Beyond. So make sure you guys tune in for that. Throw it on Reddit. Throw it on Team Liquid. Throw it on Twitter. Let everyone know Liquid Snute is facing off against Azure and possibly Beyond. If he takes this game right now, we'll be jumping into it momentarily as my camera goes all wacko. No one cares. Alright, guys. Here we go. Jumping into it. Sorry. Here we go. Alright, guys. Spawning in the bottom right position, it is the teal Terran player from Aussie Gaming. It is Azure. Or Azure. Oh, yeah. Azure. Azure. I wonder if that's how he properly pronounces it. Azure. And spawning in the bottom left position is the red Zerg player from Team Liquid. It is Snute. And Snute really likes these small maps. I rarely see him play on Whirlwind. I think he likes these small, scrappy little Sorry, I'm typing. Alright, guys. Sorry, I was just wanting to do a chat. Yeah, so Snute really likes these small types of maps where he could be as scrappy as possible. And it's always interesting seeing how he plays on these just because it's so different than how I would ever play it. And I really need to start watching Snute replays to kind of deal with how he deals with these Terrans. Reaper getting in, but unfortunately doing this is absolute 0 damage. Couple lings going across the map, these small lings kind of hopping along. Doop, doop, doop. Overlord from Snute's coming in, seeing the swapping out for that factory. And it looks like it's going to be kind of the same. Oh, is it not on Game Art? I thought we did Game Art. Can't see the logos. Beg your pardon, guys. Looks like it might be the same style of play as we saw before with the Hellbats Lings try to get in, try to get as much as they can, viewing as they can. Hellions come out. They almost got that mule. Hellions burn the Zerglings to a crisp. I remember that from the bar crafts that we used to go watch and host out in California. We used to go to Buffalo Wild Wings and watch some StarCraft matches, and those were some great freaking times. And hopefully we could do them again soon for you guys. But it was fun because we made a special menu for a BlizzCon menu, and so instead of Buffalo Wild Wings, we did Buffalo Wild Lings. Yo-ho! And so we got the menu. So you ordered Lings, and it looks, you know. I guess you had to be there. I thought it was really punny. I'm just full of jokes. 4 Hellions and a Reaper coming in trying to attack Snute's third base. There's only a couple queens here, so a lot of damage can get done here. If Azure gets these queens down, grenade going off, throw the queens up in the air. Speedlings, though, looks like they're going to go... Looks like they're going to try to go around this army. If they keep this army here, and Snute... I mean, if they keep that army there, Azure won't know that these Lings are streaming across the map.
Somebody, get me out of this mess.
Oh, here's a huge drop, a Widowmine coming down right there. Ling sacrificing himself, and these Lings are going to get inside this base, and Azure's not going to be able to do anything with it. He's focusing down the supply depot. The drones, or excuse me, the SCVs get pulled. It looks like these Lings are trying to do as much damage as they can. Viking coming in, going to try to play with this army. Lings are just doing as much damage as they can. Focus down the SUVs. So far, 4 SUVs gone down, 6 SUVs now. So much damage done. And Azure, I don't think Azure saw this coming, didn't realize what was happening. And by the time he did, it was way too late. And I want to say 9 SUVs went down. I don't have the counter because Gameheart doesn't like me. And amazing play from both players, but Snute could definitely put out ahead, sneaking that, sneaking the Zerglings around like that. And it looks like he's going to run in again, but the problem this time is that he's going to run right into a lot of Hellions. Unless he gets the surround on him, he's not going to be able to do that much damage. Hellions come in. Ling's trying to get the surround on him. Gets 1, gets 2 down. If they get that third one down, but lines him up, and unfortunately it does so much damage and was not able to get all of them down. And SUVs come here to heal the Hellions. But Snute's doing a good job at keeping Azure only on 2 bases. I mean, it's going to prove a very big problem if Snute can get up to 3, possibly 4 bases from this, while keeping Azure only on 2 bases. All Snute has to do is just contain him, just siege him up. It looks like he's trying to do. A lot of Lings are here on the map, and it looks like a lot of the upgrades are coming in at the same time. So Snute's just kind of playing patiently. Kind of doing what Snute does best. Just holds off defensive, waits until his army is just massively big, and then attacks. Third base from Azure, flying over, going to land right there. Unfortunately for Snute, I mean, he has very little vision of this map. So he doesn't really see what's going on, but he's spreading creep like crazy. Snute really enjoys spreading creep like that. 4th proxy base going down from Azure, or excuse me, from Snute. And here comes an army from Azure, Marines and Hellions with it. I don't see any armory on the map, so that's not going to be turning into Hellbats. The Hellions just look cool with that flame logo on it, or like the flame thing on it. Liberator going into the north side of the base of Snute. I'm going to try to see how much damage he's going to be able to do. Scans are going to go off, snipe these creep tumors. Snute sees this army coming now, and he's going to pull his army and try to do everything he can to stop it. We'll see what he's able to do. Bane's coming in. Bane upgrades finishing in the next 45 seconds. +1 melee and Carapace upgrades going to finish up for Snute. So these Zerglings are going to just destroy Ozzy at the moment because these upgrades aren't yet finished for him. He's got about 6 more seconds before his upgrades are finishing. But unfortunately, he wasn't able to capitalize on it, and Snute is forced to pull back. Vikings flying around. And where'd that Liberator go? Not too sure. +2 upgrades are starting for Snute. Not to mention the mutas that are going to start flying around. Hopefully start picking off that Viking. And there's drones. Oh, there's the Liberator. Here comes the medevacs full of Marines. These Lynx spot it though. They see exactly where they're going. And unfortunately for Azure, he's that'd be kind of weird if you could drop him in there. Tries to drop him on top of the Lynx, but it's not going to do it. The Muta is chasing down the medevacs. The problem is, oh, here's a huge fight brewing up here at the front. And I did not see that, and Azure calls GG from losing basically his entire army, and Snute wins it, moves on to the semifinals. And it's going to be facing against Beyond. It's going to be an amazing fight, guys. So make sure you let everyone know what is going on. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. We're going to throw it to a quick break. I want to throw on some music. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Let's see, which one do I want to listen to? There you go. Thanks, guys, so much for tuning in. We're going to throw it to a quick break. Let everyone know we're going to have the finals, the ESL Cup number 101. It's going to be Beyond against Snute. Let everyone know. Hype it up. Shout out to your friends. Shout out to everyone. Let everyone know what is going on. Throw it to a quick break. I'll be right back.
How I show my love. I made it in my mind because I blame it on my ADD, baby. This is how an angel dies. I blame it on my own supply. I blame it on my ADD, baby. I should kill myself. Blame it on my ADD, baby. Maybe I'm a different breed. Maybe I'm not listening. So blame it on my ADD, baby. the Patreon side, where you can get all the songs in an instant download. Just follow the links in the video description. I'll see you later. All my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden move. You don't know the half of the abuse. All my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden move. You don't know the half of the abuse. Yeah, welcome to the world of people who have roots of people that they love one day docked away. Just because we check the guns at the door doesn't mean your brains will change from hand grenades. You'll never know the psychopath sitting next to you. You'll never know the murderer sitting next to you. You'll think how I get here.